Hey, today we're cooking a 1.6 pound porterhouse using the sous vide method. Now allegedly sous vide will give us a juicier steak as well as give us the desired level of doneness from edge to edge of the steak. Now this Anova Precision Cooker is a pretty simple device. It's probably around 14 inches long. It has this bracket you can see here, and I'll show you when we put this together. But this attaches to the pot we're going to put it in. Okay, and then this button here, or I should say control, allows you to adjust the height of this, depending upon your pot size. Now, it's not plugged in, but I'll plug it in here in a minute. There's a control panel here, but what's more cool is you can control this thing from your tablet or from your phone. Now, I've just got my own pot here. You provide the pot, so we'll tighten this guy down here. And as I mentioned, you can adjust the height here. And what this thing does, it has some vents in here, and it pulls water in and heats it, and it controls it within 1 degree. I've got a 1.6 pound porterhouse here. You can see it's right at 1.5 inches thick. Now you can season this afterwards, or you can season it now. I'm going to use a little of this Santa Maria steak seasoning. You can, as always, you could just put a little salt and pepper, however you like your steaks. And then when I get this seasoned, we're going to vacuum seal it. Now, allegedly, there's a couple advantages of using this sous vide technique. One, the steak's going to cook in its own juices. So the idea is that the steak's actually juicier. The other thing is when you're grilling a steak, if you're shooting for whatever, say 130 degrees, in the center here, the outside has to cook. It cooks in, and you just have some portion here in the center that ends up being, the 130, the medium rare, what have you. With this sous vide, you can control the exact temperature. So it's cooked, if you want it medium rare, for example, from edge to edge, it's cooked medium rare. So, that's what we're going to see if it actually turns out that way today. We've got it plugged in. You can see that this bottom number, this is the temperature. You can adjust this with this little button or this app that I'm going to show you in a minute. But you can set the temperature that you want to cook at. And then, of course, this is the actual water temperature. So you can see that I've actually used some warm water to get this guy going. Now, we just put the steak in here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is take just a little clip here and clip the bag to the edge of the pot. You do not want the bag getting in these vents down here that circulates the water in. Okay? So now let's have, and like I said, if you wanted to, cook this at a certain temperature, you can do that. You can do it, you can manually time how long you want it to cook. But let's take a look at this app. All right, so I've got the recipe for a porterhouse selected up here. And then what you can do is come in here and you want to tell it what size steak you have because the cooking times are less. This steak is 1.5 to 2 inches. And then you can select how you want it cooked. You could see medium well, medium rare, very rare. And that will change this temperature here. Depends on how you want it cooked. I've already got it select for medium rare. So now we've got it all set up. All right, and then you scroll down to the bottom here. And then down here at the bottom it says start the cook. And when I press this, it's going to turn the device on. You should hear it blink. You see? You heard it blink over there, and it says the recipe time will begin to count down. So what will happen, and let me pull this tablet back. Here where you see the cook time, This will actually track the cook time. It won't start decrementing until it reaches temperature, and then it'll let us know when it's ready. So this is going to be a really simple approach to getting a medium rare steak without having to watch over it. So you can see the 129 temperature is what the app told the device to be set at. The current water's at 112.2. If you see this ripple movement in the water, that's because the device pulls the water in, heats it, and pushes it back out. So again, however long it takes it to get from 112 to 129, then the counter will start. So we'll be back in just a little over an hour. You hear that beat because it's been 1 hour. Our steak is all done. So I'll take it out of here and show you what it looks like before we finish it. Now you could eat this steak like this, but I'm going to finish this guy on the grill so we get that nice caramelization on the outside of it. So I'm just going to show you what it looks like here. Okay, you see we hardly lose anything. Alright, now I've had the grill heating now for about 10 minutes, this last 10 minutes. There's the other side. You can actually see where we had the herb on it. Now what you want to do is just gently dry this guy off. Okay, get any remaining moisture. Now, we've already seasoned it, so I'm not going to season it anymore. If you chose not to season it, let me get this off the plate. Okay. If you chose not to season it before you cooked it, then you could add salt and pepper to it. Now, before we put this on the grill, I am going to do one more thing, just to help it not stick, just a little, not very much at all, of olive oil. Probably wasn't even 1/4 teaspoon. Boy, does it feel juicy. Okay. All right, let's get this guy on the grill. Now, about every 15 seconds, we're going to turn this guy just to get a nice little outside layer. And by the way, you could just as easily do this inside in a cast iron pot. Alright, let's get her off here. Our steak's rested here about 5 minutes. Let's get cut into it, see what it's going to look like. And cut one more piece off here. Now, if you look, I mean, this steak, I have to admit, it is perfect medium rare. I mean, it is red from here all the way up to here. Look at this piece. Can you see that? It is red all the way through. And I'm going to hold this up so you can see it. I mean, can you see that? Okay, so it looks great, but now let's give it a taste. Well, I was going to cut this piece off by the fat. Oh my gosh. I will tell you, this is, without a doubt, the juiciest steak I've ever bitten into in my life. And by the way, I don't have any relationship with this Anova. I bought the thing on my own. I think I paid like $129 if I remember. I've read a lot about how great these things cook steak. I'm telling you, it is the juiciest steak I've ever eaten. Hey, thanks for watching our videos. We really appreciate it, right? You guys ask a lot of great questions. You make us think. You help us make the videos better. We really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.